Hi, everyone. It's Carolyn Moor, and we have a new topic for February 2022. Okay, so the topic is called Being Affectionate in New Ways. And this is under the pillar of physical health. Okay, so finding human touch and affection in widowhood is a topic that many of the women discuss in private. Okay, the deep longing for caresses, holding hands, comforting hugs, sensual intimacy, a touch of support by just touching your arm or your back. All of those are human needs that we all have that just changed instantly in this life stage of widowhood. We are detached from our person and we miss it. Yes, we can say that out loud. On top of this pandemic that we've all been enduring for so long, we add widowhood into that. And so whether widowhood's new to you or it's been many years in the future or we've all seen this decrease in this very simple comfort of affection being in our life, connection being in our life. So the importance of it being included in some kind of new way is something to explore, and that's what we're talking about this month. I'm sure all of you here at Modern Widows Club can share just all the new ways that you are finding to be able to make those connections, right? The dictionary actually says that the word affection is a fondness for others that is both enduring and tender, but also calm. So if you think about that description, there's a lot of things that can actually create fondness, even if it isn't for others, that's both enduring and tender and calm. Okay, so the other word I like to talk about is the word devotion, which is an intense love, steadfast, kind of an enduring loyalty to a person. And it may also imply a consecration to a cause. Affection and devotion type of love can apply to various kinds of regard, like for our Creator, reverent devotion towards God or towards even a person. The relationship between a parent and a child is also affection and devotion. So is the companionship of friends. And yes, even romantic feelings for another person. Okay. So this means that there are many, many, many ways to feel affection, devotion, and love that we may not have identified as something powerful before now. So once our lives was focused primarily on that romantic affection that we all know so well towards a person. Yeah, but all of us here at MWC understand that. And that person is no longer physically here. So where do we find other forms of affection and human touch? Well, there are ways to connect through hugs from friends, family, and there are also ways such as massages and manicures and other physical touch and kind of healing modalities, right? I know you guys have things to share. And even though we are all so hypersensitive now due to COVID-19 around what we touch and what touches us, we have to strive to find ways to stay connected. And we have to find new forms of affection. I personally think that one of the best ways is through our pets. Yes, our furry babies. And the pets of friends and family and neighbors, right? Maybe think of a way that you can spend more time with them and get some of that furry affection. I'm telling you, it works. that's what I hope for you this month, is that we all really explore with an open mind and discuss and share, how do we stay affectionate in new ways? It's really worth stopping and thinking about. I know that you have so much love, tenderness, and affection, and you still have that to give in the world, because that did not stop when you became a widowed woman, okay? So far, far from it. You have so much love to give, and when you give it, you will find it. So keep your eyes open for new creative solutions to feeling more connectivity as humanly possible in this journey. That's what we're focusing on this month, okay? All right, so there you go. I'm looking forward to all of your discussions this month on this topic. February 14th is the day that I lost my husband, Chad. It is an important day. My angelversary is what we call it here at MWC. And so you'll hear some things from me on that day, but I'll be sharing a little bit more throughout the month. So this month, we actually have a new legendary widow role model every month now, and it's Rosa Parks. Did you know that she was widowed? I mean, a lot of people don't. Rosa Parks was born February 4th in 1913. She died on October 24, 2005, and she was an African-American activist in the United States civil rights movement. She was best known for her pivotal role in the Montgomery bus boycott. She has been honored by the United States Congress as the First Lady of Civil Rights and the mother of the freedom movement. She was married to Raymond Parks in 1932 when she was 19 years old. They were married for 45 years until his death from throat cancer in 1977. She was 64 years old. Parks became an international icon of resistance to racial segregation after refusing to give up her seat on a Montgomery City Lines bus on December 1st, 1955. At the time, Parks was employed as a seamstress at a local department store and was secretary for the Montgomery chapter of the NAACP. Parks was arrested and charged with a violation of the Montgomery City segregation law. The city ultimately repealed its law requiring segregation on public buses following a 1956 ruling by the United States Supreme Court that it was unconstitutional. And Parks played an important role in raising international awareness about the plight of African Americans and the US civil rights struggle, organizing and collaborating with numerous civil rights leaders, including Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. In spite of her fame and constant speaking engagements, Parks was not a wealthy woman. She donated most of the money that she earned from her speaking engagements to civil rights causes and lived on her staff salary and her husband's pension. After retirement, Parks wrote her autobiography and continued to struggle for more work to be done in the struggle of civil rights justice. Parks received a national recognition, including the Presidential Medal of Freedom and the Congressional Gold Medal, and a posthumous statue in the United States Capitol National Statuary Hall. After her death in 2005, she was the first woman to lie in honor in the Capitol Rotunda. In 1980, at the age of 67 and just 3 years widowed, Parks rededicated herself to civil rights and educational organizations. She co-founded the Rosa Parks Scholarship Foundation for college-bound high school seniors, to which she donated most of all her speaker fees. Later in life, Parks, along with her mom, moved to an apartment for senior citizens. Parks nursed her mother, Leona, through the final stages of cancer and geriatric dementia until her death in 1979 at age 92. And in 2002, as Parks struggled to support herself, a highly publicized impending eviction caught the attention of the apartment building's ownership company. They announced that they had forgiven Parks back rent and would allow Parks, who was 91 years old then, she was alone and extreme poor health. She was allowed to live rent-free for the remainder of her life. Rosa Parks died of natural causes on October 24, 2015, at age 92, an absolute woman of valor. So go and find out. There is a Rosa Parks Day that's celebrated in some of the states in the United States on her birthday, February 4th. And I love this quote from her. People always say that I didn't give up my seat because I was tired, but that isn't true. I was not tired physically, or no more tired than I usually was at the end of a working day. I was not old, although some people have an image of me of being old then. I was 42 years old. No, the only tired I was tired of giving in. I only knew that as I was being arrested. It was the very last time that I would ever ride in humiliation of this kind. That is an amazing woman who stood up, not only for herself, but for a whole generation of people. And I have great admiration for her. I did not know that she was widowed when I really started studying. I was like, wow, what a woman of strength and conviction and devotion. Wow. So this February is a Black History Month. And so it's very fitting that we have Rosa Parks. We've got the Super Bowl this month. We've got the National Organ Donation Day, which is actually February 14th. We've got a National Act of Kindness Day, the 17th, President's Day, the 21st, and National Caregivers Day on the 18th. So, you know what? We've got a lot of things to think about this month. And I just wanted to say, you know what? I hope I see you soon so that I can show you some affection and give you a big smile and a big hug. Because we all deserve to have that in our life. And I hope you find that and lean into it. Much love to you guys. Have a great February, and I'll see you online.